Hi everyone, I'm Grace, a Lakes Region Conservation Corps member with the Squam Lakes Association, and I am standing in front of a rain garden right now. What's that? What is a rain garden, you ask? Well, I'm glad you said something. That is what I was just going to get into. Rain gardens are something I only learned about a few years ago, but since then I've seen them grow in popularity and really permeate stormwater runoff joke, the world of water body conservation. So rain gardens are a sunken garden like this. You can see it's on a little slope designed to capture and absorb stormwater before it runs off either into our storm drains, or directly into our bodies of water. So why do we even care about the reducing stormwater runoff? Shouldn't water just flow back into our system anyway? Yes, that is true. Eventually, water should cycle back into our rivers and streams, but the problem is that humans have created all these surfaces like this little parking lot that are impervious, meaning water can't get through to them. So water that falls on places like that or onto parking lots, commercial development, schools, houses, roads, all of that water just continues to flow and flow until it can find somewhere to either get absorbed into the ground or flow into a storm drain. And as it flows over all those surfaces, it picks up all of the pollutants that it runs into on the way. And then eventually when it does get back into the water system, it's carrying all of those pollutants that we definitely don't want in our water systems. Those pollutants can include grease, oil, antifreeze, and heavy metals from cars, pesticides and herbicides from gardens, bacteria from pet waste and failing septic systems, a bunch of nasty stuff that we really don't want to be swimming in and drinking from, and we don't want it affecting our wildlife in the waters that we love. So one way to kind of reduce that stormwater runoff and allow our groundwater and wetlands to recharge is to create more places like this that really absorb a lot of that water before it gets to the storm drains. And so people have been creating in places like this. This is actually a school. This is not my rain garden. Or at home, these rain gardens that will just absorb a lot of that water and filter it before it gets back into our system. So I'm gonna flip this and show you a little bit more about what's going on. It's kind of sunken in a little bit, and you pick species that are a little bit more water tolerant than you might plant in just a regular garden. So towards the middle of your garden, you'd want ones that are the most water tolerant because they'll get the most water. And then on the edges, a little less water tolerant. They don't always have to be this sunken. Sometimes you'll see a rain garden in a yard and you won't notice that it's special. It's not going to be in this kind of big hole, but this is just a way to visualize it. So if you're going to build a rain garden in your yard, it wouldn't be this far away from the building. Typically you will take a drain pipe that's draining water from your gutter and extend that, add extra piping and bury it under the ground that leads to your rain garden, because that will provide the amount of water that you want for this garden to survive. And then all that water from your drain pipe isn't just going over your driveway or over your lawn that isn't as absorbent into the stormwater system. So this is a really great way to take action on your own property and do something that you know is going to help improve the water quality of your local rivers, streams, and lakes. When you choose plants for your rain garden, you really want to try to pick native species. That way your rain garden will also double as pollinator habitat, and you'll get to enjoy all of the bees and butterflies and hummingbirds that need those plants while you know that your rain garden is filtering all that water nicely. I hope this inspired you to learn a little bit more about rain gardens. I'm including some resources to help you plan and build your own if you're so inclined. I'm also including a link to a webinar series conducted by New Hampshire Lakes, another awesome nonprofit organization in our area. They are doing a lake-friendly living webinar series, and next week, May 28th at 7 p.m. they are doing one on lake-friendly landscaping. I'll be watching, and I'm sure I'll learn a lot, so if anyone's interested, definitely check that out. Other than that, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for our next Share Learn adventure.